Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Decod3rs channel. And tonight we have a guest of a guest of honor. The guest of honor is Props from DAPS. What's up, man? How are you doing?
Yeah, man, it's good to be here, man. I feel like this is a big deal because I'm here with you and Vpiphany, man.
Yes.
I made it.
What's up, bro? And yeah, everyone, you can see Vpiphany is here, the best co-host of Web3. Co-host host. You're not the co-host, you're host of Web3, and you're the best one. Yes.
I second that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
How are you doing? Was the day?
Oh, it was good. It was long. It was great. Fabulous.
Let's go.
But I'm super excited because for those who don't know, I Props was one of my gateway drugs into Solana, at least. I kind of got into ETH by myself, but I joined a bunch of NFT and crypto groups on Clubhouse, and the one that I kind of stuck with and followed and was in every evening was one that Props was in. I'm So Chris did TA in it, but it was all a whole group of them. And so, yeah, so it's crazy to be here because I was like, just over a year ago, I was there and they were all talking on stage and I was thinking that's not something I could ever do. And now Props is on our stream.
Yeah. And your life changed since then.
Amazing, yes. In all the amazing ways.
So Props, how are you doing, man? How's the day?
Man, day is great. Today's has been a busy day, but we like busy. And again, I get to hang out with Vpiphany. Vpiphany is one of my favorite people in the space. And again, listen, you and I have a similar style. Those wafer glasses, they're all black. I got a black T-shirt on. So I know I'm in the right place, man. I'm just chilling.
That's what's up, man. And man, we're gonna talk about all about you, man. I want to know more. I want to know everything about you. I want to know everything about DAPS. So yeah, do you want to introduce yourself? How you start crypto before onboarding Vpiphany?
Hell yeah. And listen, I'm gonna tell you why this is dope. This is dope because you're getting all the alpha first. Like all the alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of my space.
That.
You know what I'm saying? So I respect the fact that you guys reached out, and I like building relationships. So I want to make sure I add as much value as possible.
Let's go.
So so you want the DLR, or how you want to just freestyle this shit, jump in and just get it started?
Exactly. We're doing your way, bro.
Okay, cool. So this is it, man. So, my name is Props. I'm out here in beautiful West Coast, originally from Zimbabwe. Before I tell you about my experience in the Clubhouse on Web3, before that, came here in the early 80s, started out doing a little hip hop stuff back in the days, freestyling, what kids do, beatboxing, breakdancing, freestyling. And that gave me an opportunity to start working for record labels in high school. So, in high school, I was part of a rap group called Mixed Practice. We were around the time groups like Souls of Mischief, Living Legends and things were out. So, I'm doing my 1-2 thing. And at the same time, I got a chance to work with Loud Records. At the time, I was just handing out stickers and flyers for Raekwon, Alcoholics, Mobb Deep, a lot of 90s gritty, grimy hip hop. So I got my start with culture literally in the 90s, building hip hop groups and culture around radio stations, handing out flyers, giving DJs vinyl, literally everything you see in the videos or the movies of what a street promoter does, right? The goal of a street promoter is to create a buzz in the marketplace for a record company to be able to capitalize and drop their artists in that market and sell records. So freshman all the way through senior year, let's just say that I was on a tear. Every month I got a new opportunity to do a new project. These projects literally changed my life because they gave me a perspective on human beings, psychology, and products from an early age.
That's cool.
So yeah, so that's kind of like the early start. Some of my memorable moments that stick out when I was a junior in high school. my GPA, right? So being a Zimbabwean, and Vpiphany could understand this with the Jamaican side. Man, if your grades are not right, I would be dead right now. You get your ass beat, right? So it was cool because my GPA was 3.8, and I just figured out, long as I had my GPA high, my mom didn't care what I did. So while other kids are in high school, I was at Gavin Convention in Atlanta, politicking with record label art and artists, and just learning more and more about the industry, because this is now my career. This was like my life. So the music industry gave me an opportunity to learn about street promotions and grassroots. I took that opportunity and created a lane for myself where I upgraded myself to like a lifestyle marketer. So now I'm promoting beverages. You know, the cool thing, one of my memorable moments was I helped a little company called Glasso Vitamin Water launch in the West Coast. You know, my contribution to that is I wrote a marketing plan on how they can leave where they started in New York and come and seed Northern California and the West Coast to continue the program they had in New York. So I wrote a plan. Shout out to the homie at Adidas, Dan Cherry. He's president at Adidas right now, but he's the guy who gave me the opportunity. And listen, we ran it. You know, they gave me an opportunity. After my contract was over, I didn't get 50 cents the deal, but I took Janine Ardolino to the firm in Beverly Hills and introduced him to my guy from Dan Dalton, who was with Interscope Records at the time. And they had a group called Jurassic 5. And during that meeting, Dan goes, "Hey, yo, Janine, what are you doing tomorrow?" She was like, "What do you mean? What's going on?" "You know, we have a video shoot tomorrow with Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent. We're gonna bring some vitamin water through." And Janine said, "I'd love to bring some water." I went home that night. She went on the set the next day. And, you know, fast forward, 50 Cent was part owner of Vitamin Water.
That's cool.
So aside from that, you know, I could just say I have 20,000 hours of dabbling in the entertainment marketing, lifestyle marketing, street promotions, brand activations. Like literally the last 20 years, I've been self-employed. I've been an entrepreneur. I've launched cosmetic companies. I've owned hair salons. I mean, I'm an immigrant. And when you're an immigrant and you're in another country and you want to eat, you want to survive,
we get the job done.
Got to do it. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
How the music industry is similar to Web3? Do you see any similarities between the two?
I see a lot of similarities. Yeah. I see a couple. One thing I tell a lot of Solana MFers is that appreciate what we have, because this reminded me of like what hip hop was like in the 90s when we were doing little parties and clubs and nobody really knew what we were doing. And fast forward, it became $1 billion industry. So I see that aspect. Number two, I see the relationships. It's the same way. Like in you know, Vp, if you understand this, in film, music, advertising, you know, if you could have beef with somebody, but you still do business with them. Yep. Right? Like, you've got to keep the relationship cool so you can actually keep the flow of energy moving the way you want it to go. Absolutely. So I see this the exact same way. You have to move with a purpose. You have to be bullish on yourself, and you have to know how to navigate in a room of landmines and pitfalls and all those other good things.
Yeah. Two things there. Number one, this, like what we're in right now, reminds me of, I was in just after college, I went straight into an internet company, and we were starting lots of channels, and it was actually a lot of music execs there. The guy from Motown, I can't remember his name right now, George, from Motown, he was a part of it, and it was like super exciting, super cutting edge. And there was a crash just like this, but you know, when it started going back up gradually, like, you know, now it's what we know as the internet, basically. Like, it's nothing to go on the internet and watch a video. At that time, it was cutting edge. It was just, we were just like figuring out how to do it. So that was one thing I wanted to say about that. And then, yeah, somebody described how you need to operate in Web3 to me the other day. The way he operates is like, he'll go into a room, he'll go into space, he'll have a fight with somebody, he'll see them in real life, and they'll shake hands or hug, because he recognizes that it's WWE. It's like a show sometimes, but then, you know, behind the scenes, you're all cool still.
Yeah, it's like politician, it's like business, it's like everything. Yeah, which is, I hate that. Like, we can't live in a world when, like, if you don't like the guys, you don't want to do business with them, and that's it, end of the story. Is that not possible?
I
Like-
mean, it's not impossible, but it makes business a little more difficult.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
I-
it's like saying you want to like saying you want to run an ethical business. Like, yes, you can do it. You
Yeah.
probably won't be profitable at a certain point because most businesses get their hands dirty somewhere along the line.
But yeah, but if you're successful enough, do you want to give up on your ethics to make 1B instead of 100 million?
I mean, I don't like giving up on my ethics, but I'm just saying.
But for
there's
1B, yeah, let's
choices.
go.
We'll see. Dot.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. We'll see when Decoders will be a multi-billion. If we make it like clean or not.
Yeah, remember the billion one, I'll send you that wallet. He told me when you guys reach a billion, it's gonna shoot me a D God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like you say, yeah, 1 Decod, and I told you, I reply, if I made 1B, I will give you two Decods. That makes
You know what?
sense.
Wait, if he gets 2, how many do I get?
Whatever, like your number is my number. If we make to 1 billion, and it's not if, it's when.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I usually say when, but we got into an if rhetoric that
Speak it into existence. Let's go.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, we usually say when. To be honest, I always say when, but anyways. Okay, so we got like some background on props. So props from all of these different industries. How did you get into crypto? How did you get into Web3?
You know, I got into crypto early, like everybody, right? Chasing Bitcoin or dancing with Bitcoin. To me, it was like dancing with Bitcoin was like trying to dance in the club. You walk in and you're just walking up on chicks and trying to dance, and they don't want to dance with you, so you go to the next one, right? It was like I was flirting with it because I wasn't fully committed. And so I was dancing from the side, and during holidays, I would tell family members like, "Yo, let's put our money together. We'll be rich." And then they laughed at me every single time. So I started betting on myself, and then that's kind of like how I got into crypto. It was a thing that I realized, look, nobody really understands what's going on. I better start just doing this myself. I'll say COVID was the best thing that happened to get me where I'm at today. When COVID happened, it took my crypto hobby into more a serious thing. COVID had shut down my neighborhood. You couldn't leave. Luckily, where I stay, we have a nice size, like a 1/4 acre lot. I had a little garden in the background, so I had space, but I'll spend my time in the garage, low key, listening to Clubhouse. I mean, I've never experienced anything like that. Like I sat in there, I was part of Decod3rs Genesis launch. I started hearing people talk about crypto for like 8 hours at a time, and it really intrigued me. And I guess it showed my addictive personality because I kept my phone on 24 hours a day listening to Clubhouse.
Yeah.
So Clubhouse was the place that gave me my stomping grounds to learn a little bit more about how to move. I learned about the apes and all the different culture going on. And so I'll say Clubhouse was the catalyst that gave me the chutzpah and the opportunity that I have right now. It came out of that Clubhouse experiment. I met Chris Imso there. I met Ketchy, Cardboard, Kobayashi. Kobe and Cardboard are on my team. These are guys that I've known since 2020. Clubhouse was the catalyst. And after that, I never looked back. Came to Solana. And actually, let me go back a little bit because I missed you guys. There's a very important part of the conversation I have to add. So I used to collect baseball cards and sneakers. Right? So like right now I'm rocking a Supreme head. I got the Maharashi dunks. It's like I'm a dunk connoisseur, a sneaker connoisseur. And there used to be these little Discords called cook groups where you paid like $50 a month or $25 a month. And they give you access to like drop dates where you can buy sneakers. And so I used to do that. And then, I don't know, Vin, I saw you shake your head. So you know about like the bots, right? Like the cyber and these $20,000 bots, right? So I joined a group where, I got access to a bot. And then I started cooking all these sneakers and stuff and these cards. And then I see these little young kids buying these little digital collectibles. And they were like, yeah, there's a digital collectible. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm here for the sneakers, the Xboxes. I'm here for all the tangible goods I could buy. But I see these little kids making money and they don't have to hold any product and they're literally printing.
Yeah.
Right. So it was like Flow, NBA Top Shot. So that was kind of like my first NFT, like digital anything was that opportunity. And
You started with Top Shot?
Dude, started out with Top Shot, bro.
Fuck's sake, good job, man.
Yeah. And I got to say props to these little 14-year-old, 13-year-old kids that were cooking and making thousands. You know.
Bro, can you imagine like being 15 and in crypto right now? Like would be fucking insane, man.
Do you know Wombat?
Yes.
Okay,
I think I have him in my team. I need to have him on the show, I think.
Yo, Wombat is 615 in crypto, and he just got gifted like a mythical DGod.
Fuck's sake.
by Pit the Panda.
Oh,
wow.
I think I see. I saw the tweet. Okay, so it's Wombat. Fuck. Yeah, like there is some money with like the Decod community, right?
I forgot. I think he said something about when he gave him the fucking DGod. I think it was because one, he's one of the youngest guys out here, and then he was just like, "Hey, do DGods like kids?" You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm bullish. I'm bullish on Wombat.
Yeah. I remember like I was on a space like during the bull run, and like one kid was trying to selling out his own collection, and it was like a 100 supplier, like just with like his own art and stuff. And the guy mint out on space because like people joined the Twitter space and say, yeah, drop me the link, blah blah blah. I will help you mint out, and people all joined together. That was pretty cool. Yeah. And like, can you imagine like being that kid? Like he made like 1K, 2K because like he went on a Twitter space, and then he can go back to his parents and say, yeah, I made like $2,000. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
That's
we
cool.
had a kid. You know Armand, right? Props. Armand's royalties. Let me think. He was the baby whale for a while.
Okay, hold on. I wonder if there's a kid that I remember.
Family.
Okay, did he make like 25 mil?
No. He didn't make that much, but this is just a kid in Solana who I think he's originally from Iran, and he's always in spaces, and he always
Snorkels,
yes, that's him.
Hamburger, bang, Lamborghini, burger, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, okay, he's made a decent amount of money. Like he lives in Iran. Like he, imagine what that does for his family.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, how do you talk to your parents? Yeah, mom, dad, living in Iran, like, in like a difficult situation, and then like you bring some money to the table, like, on the table. That's cool.
I remember a kid. I learned about this on Clubhouse, and I think the guy was in one of Chris's rooms, and I think his kid was trading, and he made. I think that's where the 25 million came from. Like the kid was, I think, under 18 or something, fucked around in crypto and made a lot of money, and told his dad, like he basically kind of lost respect for his dad and was like, "Dad, what's taking you so long to fucking make money?" You know, and it's weird when your kid does something and then dad is like early 40s, and the kid's like, "Yeah, Dad, what the fuck you doing with your life, you bum?"
Yeah. I mean, 25 minutes, 15, that's something.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You okay, V?
Yeah, sorry, something's in my eye.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely super late to the game. Like I was in and out because I let my father get in my head, and he kept on telling me it was a scam, so I was in and out from
99% is a scam, so it's right.
No, but I mean, I had Bitcoin in like when it was still like 1,000 or 800, and he told me it was a scam, and I sold. And it was, and then the same thing. And then I was on the Gary V page for V Friends, the first one, and I was like, $1,500 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
54K is more though.
Yeah.
3 months later.
Know.
And then and Top Shot. My cousin and I, we used to do sneakers. We were gonna do Top Shot, and I don't know what happened. Things fell apart. I was on the page about to buy and things fell apart. So like, but it all will happen in its time or not.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I capitulated at Top Shot. Shout out to my to Hype Drops that follows us. That's my brother. You know, he's the collector guy. I couldn't get on these, you know, Vpiphany. Remember, they're like, if you don't have this one, you can't buy this. It just turned into a weird thing. And then I became mad bearish because I was like, I don't have that. I got the money now, though. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You can't buy it.
You can get with this or you can get with that.
Yeah. I was like, fuck that. I left it and I went and got rugged at ETH. And just
Oh yeah, I got rugged at ETH, hard rugged quite a couple times.
But that's the game.
But
like,
but I have some wonderful.
Yeah, that's At least it's art. At least you have a memory of a rug. That's cool. Let's go.
Yeah, I was thinking of taking one of my rugged ones, which I kind of like the art. I used to love it, but now because it's a rug, I don't love it that much. But I was thinking of just printing sweatshirts and making my money back.
Oh, that's actually
cool.
actually dope. Yeah,
that's actually dope.
That makes dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then props can sell it in the street. Like, this is his marketing skills.
Oh man, I was standing on the corner holding it up outside of NFC, the next NFT event, Breakpoint. Just hold them up.
Man.
Are you going to Tennessee or Breakpoint?
You know what? I want to make it for Tennessee. I want to make it, but right now, you know, we're in talks with somebody we're doing business with, and it's just right now the project is kind of important. So
yeah, of course.
I mean, we are going to be minted by then. So if we're minted, I will be in Tennessee. So just please believe when DAPS mints, I will be in Tennessee because I'm going on a world tour to introduce myself to everybody.
Nice.
I don't think I'll make it. I don't think I'll make it to Tennessee, but we will be at Breakpoint.
Yes, we will.
Oh, definitely Breakpoint. Yeah.
If I do our accommodation tonight.
So, props. Tell me what's DAP is. I want to know more. Tell me. Talk to me, bro.
Man, look, let's do it like this, man. So, you know, DAPS, I start off by telling people that DAPS is a brand that we're creating and bringing to Web3, and it's created by degens for degens. You're looking at a DAP right now. My PFP, this is a sample of the art that we're dropping real soon. And I, you know, this is me being biased. I love my Town 4 glasses. They look just like my real Town 4 glasses. And I love the look on this. I love the look on this. And basically, you know, I wanted to do something different, right? Like the way you name projects, the way projects roll out. And, you know, I have a background in experiential marketing, right? So, you know, we wanted to come out with this, you know, the word DAP has so many meanings. You can give your friend a DAP, right? Like every community has a DAP. That's what you do with your homeboys. Yo, Vin, here's a DAP, boy. Boom.
DAP me, bro.
There we go. So
DAP me.
So that's the core of every community is a DAP. Your friends, either you guys hug, you guys high five, but we DAP. And DAP, some people thought it meant DAPS. You know, who knows? We might have some DAPs in the process in the future. But I wanted to create something that wouldn't pigeonhole us and allow us to have the biggest canvas as possible to do a lot of real cool things. So so DAPS is the brand. The DAPS Collective is the first product from DAPS umbrella in the DAPS ecosystem, right? So, you know, the way we looked at it, it's going back to where I came from, right? Like when I used to do liquor promotions, they'll give me maybe a case of Cordon Bleu, maybe 2 cases of XO, and then 100 cases of VS. And the VS is for the regular people. The Cordon Bleu is for the important people. So being in this space and having all these small niche groups, right? You have BOGOs, you have Dead King Society, you have like all these groups. They're influential groups, and I look at them as tastemakers, right? Like I come from the place of when you make something dope, you put it in the hands of tastemakers, and they go out there and tell people about it. So with DAPS, I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to come out and say, hey guys, here's a collection in the marketplace. Here's the story of these 12 different primates, which I'll get into that later. We wanted just to start off and just DAP the community, brother. So we gave them the first taste of DAPS through DAPS Radio. And literally, it was just a way for us to come out in the community and just literally build and fellowship with people in the community. No shilling, just talking to cool people doing dope stuff. And we were lucky that we got a chance to interview some of the dopest names and dopest artists on Solana. And it just turned into this natural vibe, kind of like, are you familiar with like the Laugh Factory?
Yeah.
Right?
The comedy club.
Yeah. So like
comedy club.
So like Laugh Factory is like a comedy club where a lot of the greatest comedians came out of. And one day we had a show and Richwater was a guest, and Richwater was like, yo, bro, like the vibe your show picks up, you have the people who know are here. It's not the biggest space, but the people who make the art scene move, people who do this, they're coming to your show. And it reminded him of something like that. So yeah, DAPS at the end of the day, man, is my contribution back into Web3 from what I've learned being here since 2021 and taking my 20,000 hours of experiential marketing, brand building, and cultural marketing. And this is my contribution to the culture.
Nice. Do you have like a favorite guest of all the people you've interviewed?
Oh my gosh. So this is weird you say that. So this is hard to pick one.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's hard to pick one, and I've tried before, because I've tried to do a tweet like straight up like, yo, this was goated. But then I'm like, oh, well, technically, they're all yeah, they're all goated. And the reason why, you know, like we just had I had an interview with Scum just the other day. I think that was one of our biggest shows. Like, I mean, I've had one thing you'll notice about our show is that everybody on there, if you knew them before, when you walk away, you'll learn something you didn't know about. Across the board. I mean, we've had Liberty on there, Scum, Scribble, the artist, Ghost Lord, Peanut 420, Toshi. You know, we've had Kane Mayfield, who's and Low Sleazy from ETH and their apes. We've had Nkechi, she's from ETH. She has a show called Crypto. I forgot it. She has a syndicated show that every single day. Good Morning GM.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's her show.
That's
so
cool.
She's been on there. So yeah, all my guests, I'll say, are my favorite guests. And the reason why is because we get to talk about other shit outside of crypto. And that's why I do the show.
Yeah.
Can you invite me? So then you will have your favorite guest ever, bro.
No, bro, it's a done deal. No, seriously. Like I got you. You are a vibe, bro. You fit what we do at DAPS fucking radio, bro.
That's
real,
cool.
bro. Yes, sir.
Did you have Vpiphany?
We haven't had Vpiphany yet. Vpiphany is a member of the DAPS community, first of all, right? So she's a member of the DAPS community. Shout out to Vpiphany. We're doing the raffle for the Ordinal soon. Vpiphany has 3 entries in the raffle. You know what I'm saying? She's stunting on you guys who played yourself. And yeah, I'm just, to be honest with you, I feel like a kid. This has been a long time coming. We've been on a pivot since November of 2021 to get here today.
Okay.
So there's a
I remember the first iteration had something to do with wine, didn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna create a champagne.
Champagne, yeah. I remember that.
Champagne, yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You want to hear that story?
Yes.
All right.
Tell me a story, Daddy. Let's go.
So so shout out to ETH. We got to go back to ETH, right? So shout out to author Rashad Harrison with Simon & Schuster Books. That's my best friend, my original partner. And basically, you know, we're dads, man. We both got daughters, and we wanted to do something dope. And so we were like, yo, you know, with kids, you can't be that old man, or, you know, and you try to be cool with your kids, and your kids are like, yeah, you're not connected with the culture. That's why culture is important to me, because it allows you to connect with different ages and demographics. We all connect through culture. So we were talking, I was like, bro, there's this NFT you could buy on OpenSea, and it gives you the rights to use a Bored Ape to create your own collection. So we paid, I think it was like $400-500 and bought it. And then I sent it to my attorney, and we read the damn the licensing on it, and they were like, yo, literally you can create your own collection with this shit. So we went ahead and found an artist, created this whole collection, and it was called the Official Derivative Ape Club. And my whole goal was to put a spin on derivatives in a different way. Being in spaces on Clubhouse where Kane Mayfield and Low Sleazy are Bored Ape holders, they saw the art that I created and said, you know what, derivatives are important to the culture because it allows people who are in different price points to buy, to kind of participate in the culture, and it also helps promote the bigger project. Shout out to BAYC for embracing derivatives. They have never shut anybody down. In the Discord, they have a derivatives channel, and they understand the importance of derivatives, even making their IP more valuable. So just real quick, so we created that, created a cartoon. I'll send you the link so you can watch it, about this ape named Munya, who he had like imposter syndrome, right? Like he knew he was a derivative. So basically, during NYC NFT, he heard about the party going on in the official ape yacht. So he left his apartment, ran his ass down to the pier, and realized the ape yacht had left. So he jumps in the water, swims as fast as he can, climbs on the side of the yacht, and sneaks in. Now, in his mind, he had one goal. His goal was to go to the secret mint room and make himself official because he was a derivative. So he finds some clothes in the dungeon where he climbed in, puts them on, walks into the main room. And when he walked in, he has this weird epiphany. Somebody goes, "Hey, ape, why don't you come here and grab this tray of banana champagne and hand it out?" So he kind of bugged out because he was like, yo, I'm a derivative, and these official apes can't tell that I'm a derivative, and they think I'm just like them. So I created this whole, there was a subtext about believing in yourself. Yeah, it was like really dope. The only problem, that was dope. The art is still goated. We put the project to the side and left it alone and never released it. But at the time, Solana was not fucking with any more derivatives. There was so many rugs going on that winter that January of 2022, when Balloonsville, that January, February, it was around the time we were really trying to get active. And we were having a lot of fun with people didn't want to collaborate with us. Yeah. They were like, "Oh, you're gonna rug." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. Look at the story of Munya." We have a purpose. They're like, "Fuck Munya, you're gonna rug." So I use the word culture a lot. And if you can't read the culture, you're gonna lose. So I talked to my team and I said, I can't stand behind this project in this climate. This is not for Solana. This is not for anybody. And shout out to one of your guests that you had on here earlier, Prez. I remember having a conversation with Prez way back in the day, and Prez was like, yo, I'm bullish on every fucking thing you're doing. He goes, why don't you just go back and create some original fucking art? And I remember Prez opened up a chat with me and even had some of his artists create some conceptual art and share some art with me. And what that did is inspire me to go back to the drawing board for 6 months with my team and bust our ass to create what we created now.
That's dope.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the little story of, we started out at that place. We read the culture. The vibe really wasn't right. We were like, look, I'm not here just for the money. I mean, I can make money by running a consultancy agency, as I did before, and you can make some money. But we came here for like a legacy play. We came here to really take advantage of the mediums that we understand and the resources and the relationships we had. And in order to do it, we needed something that was conflict free. So we went ahead, and now we have DAPS, 100% original art. I've been working with the same team since day one. We've just added more people to the team, and we've all been pushing hard, working towards where we are right now.
That's cool.
I have a question. So I had a tweet the other day about how being a woman in Web3 is like being a woman in the rap game in like the late 90s, early 2000s. So when everybody had a crew, they had a first lady. Is there a DAPS first lady yet?
Yeah. There is a DAPS. I mean, you took the shit out of my brain, Vpiphany. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Of course, Vpiphany, you are the, listen, sometimes I'm drinking coffee right now. I usually drink tea and I'm more on it, but the coffee got me sluggish. But Vpiphany, you are the first lady. How about that? Okay.
Nice. Go. I mean, I am the first lady of Decod3rs, and they'll tell you in the chat because they ask me all sorts of technical questions all the time, and I'm like, guys, I'm just here for the first lady shit.
No, but you are though, and the reason why you are, I mean, like all jokes aside, Vpiphany is the truth. I appreciate you for believing in me and continuing to believe in our story and support me and my community and what we do.
Oh,
And when we
absolutely.
started our pre-sale, you know how it is in this space. Everyone's like, holler at me when you're ready, when. And then when you pull up, Cass is like, oh, I got to check my wallet because my wallet's connected to my other wallet, and that wallet's connected to my other wallet, and I don't know where, can't find it. And Vpiff is a boss. Once she found out, Vpiff was like, listen, I'm tired. I'm about to go to bed. I got a movie tomorrow. Look, I'm done. I maxed out what I could. I'll see you later. Peace. And I was just like, you know what? God bless your heart. I love you for that. I appreciate you. And I would never forget that. So you are the first lady, because you were one of the first people to literally put it down for DAPS, and I appreciate
Oh
that.
yeah, no. I got the message literally, like you said, just before I went to bed, and I'm like, I'm not sleeping on props. That's not a thing. So whatever was in my wallet went to DAPS, and here we are.
Bullish. Thank you for bullish. Yeah, so you are official. This is on Decoders. Vpiff is the first lady of DAPS and props. Stated. Replay this clip and loop it over and over.
Yeah, that's the timestamp is 30 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm gonna make a short.
Hey.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, but I did identify as raw digger because flip mode is the greatest.
Okay, wait a minute. There's so much synergy in this room right now. As I'm looking at V with his glasses, I feel like putting my glasses on right now. But what you just said before you guys started the stream, yeah, I was fulfilling my hip hop fantasy by watching your boy Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star on BET's.
Hey.
So I was on some MOP shit like right before this. I was up in there like, and I'm at work too. There's like people around like all doing computer AI shit.
Yeah.
Right? When I say work at the DAPS office, but out in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like MOP.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. No, but I mean, she's a very I would say she's a very wildly underrated first lady, to be honest. Like Ashanti, Eve, those girls got a lot of props, but Ra was big for me.
Ra Digga is a lyricist.
Yeah.
Like boss lyricist. Like yeah. No, and I think and one thing is what sucks about hip hop is that female MCs don't get the credit. Like when I was young, one of my biggest favorite lyricists was I'm the light as a rock, Lyte.
Yeah.
Light. Like, I mean, when you say you love me, it doesn't matter. It goes in my head as just chit chatter. I mean, I remember word for word MC Lyte busting bars on.
MC Lyte was tough.
Big out to all the female MCs out there.
I remember the other day they gave, I don't know what, maybe it was the NAACP a couple years back. They gave like the woman that they identify as the pioneer of like female rap an award, and everybody was like, who is she? Like nobody knew her. I can't even remember her name, unfortunately. I meant to, I have it written down somewhere, but nobody knew her. And it was like, well, the person who pioneers it isn't usually the person who's the most famous for it. Because everybody else was like, what do you mean? It's Latifah or Salt and Pepper, whatever it was, right? But like, yeah, that's what happened to a bunch of those ladies back in the day,
Yeah.
Wildly underrated.
Thanks.
It's kind of like the WNBA, to use a basketball analogy. No. I feel like the WNBA, the game is actually harder because it's based on college ball, which actually takes more skill, and they get less credit and less money for it.
Yeah, now that you're 100% right on that. 100% right on that.
Yeah, but it's because of the market, right? Like, there's no one.
I mean, we could take it a step backwards, even past the market, and go to it's because of the patriarchy. But we'll leave it where it is.
I think that's a conversation for Southern Outsider on Friday. That's a topic.
Yes, the patriarchy. How we're gonna destroy it limb by limb.
I think it's.
That was the topic you wanted, right?
Nope. Who was the guy who got issues on Netflix because of the spatial? Is that Blur? I think it's Blur, like the comedian, the Blur, the guys.
Blur? What are you talking about?
I don't know the name, But he was saying like, yeah, if women were going to do WNBA games, then they will have more audience too. So women
I
destroy
go to
WNBA.
WNBA games, but
Yeah, but you need more people.
Yeah, but
anyway, that's fine.
the fact of the matter is that WNBA games, like you can get a WNBA ticket for like $12. I mean, most NBA tickets in way up in the sky start at like $45. And they go all the way down, or should we say they go from up to down, and the ones on the floor for an NBA game are like
20,000, 15,000.
They're insane, right?
Yeah.
You can still probably get a WNBA floor seat for like $200-300 if you try real hard.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to go to a game to the Golden State Warriors when I went in San Francisco. I closed the page like pretty fast. Like I said, bro, like no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even look at the page when I go to Miami, or I just like go like this and pay for it when I go to Miami. But usually I just go to the wall and buy last minute these days.
But, because I kind of own a basketball team, right? So maybe one day I will go as an owner.
You don't own a basketball team. The Decod3rs don't own the basketball team. He just lets you say that.
I kinda own. That's on the t-shirts.
He said I
kinda own.
Yeah, bucket we ball does not mean you kind of own a basketball team.
I think he's leveraging also how many DGods he has as like a percentage of like increasing the ownership mathematics to
okay, let me just say this. I may not listen to everything Frank says, but I did listen to the space about the basketball team. The basketball team is not owned by the DGods. It might be now that they're on ETH. Maybe he's transferred it over. But at the time when they were on Solana, it was whatever his share of that was on ETH.
Okay.
Anyways, I listened very carefully.
We're still on the t-shirt anyway, so there is a t-shirt. But that's another story. Let's talk about DAPS now.
I can make you a t-shirt that says King of the World, but
I have one.
I got fucking tears in my eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Bro.
Back to DAP.
Yes, DAPS. Let's talk about DAPS because we want to get that DAP.
I'm already dapped. I'm already DAP listed, dapped. I got the 3 pre-sale and the airdrop, and I'm in the raffle for the ordinal.
Who's flexing now? Like what the fuck?
Catch up.
Okay, I'm gonna catch up, but I'm gonna catch up big.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 10 pre-sale, 40 ordinals. This is my life. It's like every Discord I go into, it's like Fiddler isn't here. I can score.
Give me
5 minutes later.
Hey, I'm lucky I got in your Discord early, bro. One day I was watching the show and I subscribed and I got in there and I got on the I'm on some kind of special role, but I'm in there.
Yes.
So got in.
That's what's up, man. Let me give you check all of your roles, but I'm pretty sure you have everything already. Yes, that's what's up. We'll do after the show, but yeah, that's what we want. We want to be early and we want to well in. Because if the project goes big, I change everything.
Listen, this is what I tell people, right? Like, so I'm big on messaging, and we've fallen into this situation of under promising and over delivering, right? When we started our campaign, I'm gonna use the word campaign. We didn't go out there and say everything. We just did it kind of different. Because what happens, I noticed with degens, we have short attention spans. We don't, you say something, they kind of hear that, but they also trying to see what the next mint is and what they can flip. So we started just little by little talking about what we're doing, and the DAPS Collective, and people were like, oh, it's just another group of people, whatever, right? And we kept unleashing things little by little. So now we're scaling up the message, and people are like, oh, wait a minute, okay, this is kind of bullish, right? People thought the DAPS card was just something you mint, and then we're going to take your money again and charge you another mint and keep doing it. But they didn't understand the alpha to like my PFP and the whole DAPS ecosystem is that DAPS card, right? There's a benefit of having a DAPS card and a DAPS PFP. And in addition to that, you know, let's just say that it rains a lot from the sky, right? We're pre-mint. We've already done 2 airdrops, pre-mint. One is an ordinal. Everybody who participated in the 1-of-1 raffle, their purchase doubled as a raffle ticket. So three pre-sales, 3 raffle tickets, right? And we have 1 orange card, right? So in the collection, we have a sapphire card, which is can only be attained 2 ways: being a guest on DAPS Radio and owning a black card, a platinum card, a rose gold card, and if you burn those 3 cards, you get a sapphire card. But Vin, you're gonna like this because you like to accumulate a lot of shit. The alpha on the DAPS cards is this: the black card, there's only 33 in the collection. Owning a black card, you get 3 DAPS PFPs for free when we drop the collection. And right now, you know, we want like about $1.50. You know, somewhere between $1.50 for the DAPS. The way we roll, when we get to that place, people are gonna feel the vibe because we haven't done anything with it. Because again, 1 step at a time for the degen. Get to where get to the next step, and then you kind of bring them along. The platinum card, you get 2 DAPs. Rose gold, you get 1 DAP. Now remember, I said if you have 1 of each card, you can burn to get a sapphire card, or you can say, fuck it, I don't want to join the cool people. I want to get these fucking DAPs because I want to print. So that's 6 DAPs if you have the collection and choose not to burn the cards. And then we have the orange card. There's only 1 orange card in the whole collection, and it's also an ordinal, right? So that 1 card, Vpiph is in that raffle, and we only made it just for everybody who did pre-sale. So we're really big on rewarding people who pay attention to what we're doing, because we want to build this relationship long-term. And when I use the word tastemakers, anybody who understands what I mean by that, they understand tastemakers get free shit to make it look dope and help build culture. So I'm going to take care of everybody in our community. Second airdrop was only 21 people received this airdrop. And Vpiphany received the airdrop, and she said, yo, props. What is it, fam? I think I responded with, I can't tell you.
Yeah, it was, I can't tell you, but congratulations.
Yeah, 8/8/23, you will see, right? So again, like I said, man, we've been on a super long pivot. And for me, I'm really excited to get to the place to be able to actually unleash a lot more and let everybody in on what we're doing. We had to be cryptic because we've had different things that we started, on this campaign, and next thing you know, a bigger project with a more hype community. Yeah, okay, we can't do that anymore. So this space is all about what you can create, the excitement you can create. And so that's why we chose the role of, let's focus on the tastemakers and the people who get what we're doing right now. When we're ready to scale towards a bigger community, that's going to be a little bit later. But right now, DAPS is not for everybody. This is for people that make the fucking world move. And that's why we have the DAPS list, right? When I started, people were like, yo, hey, what you want to do is you want to give out your whitelist to everybody. You want to go to every community, give them as many as you want, as they want, and then fill up your whole entire whitelist and over allocate. I said, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to make money, but nah, I don't want to do that. We're going to do an application. Well, bro, you're going to limit the amount of people who join your community. I'm like, I'm okay with that. So we've taken the process of setting up the application, and what it's done for us is we've been able to find some really dope fucking people. I'm bullish on my community. We've attracted people from some of the biggest projects, period, in Solana, on ETH, and also on Tezos, artists from Tezos. Shout out to Pepe Youth. He's an artist from Bitcoin Manifold. He's a member of our community. And just shout out to everybody who from the art community who supports us. So DAPS List gave us a way to vet people, and people are still trying to flood DAPS List, and people are still trying to open up a Discord ticket and use their clout of their project. Hey, DAPS, we're giving you the honor today to give us spots for your mint. I'm sorry, bro. There's nobody's getting spots. Everybody got to get DAP listed. So So it's working out well for us, bro. DAPS list is actually closing soon. We just did a tweet today because we're getting close to our mint date. And we've purged, I'll say about 20% of the DAP list applicants have been purged. People doing duplicate applications or trying to create other social media so they can get more mints. So we've been thorough. We've purged them, but we're looking good right now. And that's going to be closing soon. So pull up to dapscollective.com.
Yes.
Fill in that application. And, you know, the approvals go out a little bit slower. It's not automated. We have real people looking and reading these things because we really are building a community of real dope people.
Mine was so bad. Like, I don't even remember what I put. I just put, because I need to be here or something like that.
And then we saw the word Vpiph and we were like, that's all we need to see.
And if I apply, are you going to accept me or no?
Bro, everybody asks these questions sometimes. I'm gonna come. I gotta tell the truth. I really am not a founder. I'm a mod. I'm the mod, to be honest with you. Of course, bro, you get not only listen, I want you on the show, first of all, because we need to talk about you a cool motherfucker right now. Like the way you are on camera, man, you a fly motherfucker. So we need to understand you, like what's the culture of Vin, like where you come from, what do you do on the weekends, like you know what I'm saying? So
that's gonna be quick. That's gonna be a quick show, man.
Very short.
Yeah, man. But yeah, dude, you again, what you do. So like, again, going back to like why the term curated, a community of curated degens and tastemakers. No one has ever seen anything like that on the timeline. It doesn't exist. I made it up. Usually people you're joining a community of business, like-minded artists and collectors and all this stuff, which is cool. But I felt like I couldn't do that. That's not props. That's not DAPS. And that's not dope. And we have a philosophy in our crew. We can be doper. We can do better. And we're here to learn. So shout out to Yui, my business advisor. He was like, yo, props, why don't you go ahead and introduce what DAPS is about to people? And it took me 3 weeks to do it. I couldn't do it because to me, messaging is important. And I just didn't want to introduce. I just felt like it would be mad bearish if I gave you the same 4 words everybody uses and just mix them up differently. So we just looked at it and say, degens, because this is Web3. You've got to be a little bit degen to be in here. And tastemakers are kind of like where we meet in this intersection, because the degenism is what gets you here collecting. We've collected, we understand the culture, and that's why the surprises are on the roadmap. That's the degen nature of what we're doing. But the tastemakers and why the focus on tastemakers and not influencers is simple. In my opinion, tastemakers help create culture and dictate what's cool. I love influencers, and influencers are dope, and some people might want to argue that they're one and the same, but I think that influencers amplify messages, right? Like an influencer would amplify the message to their large audience. Tastemakers, however, are a little bit different. Somebody might not know that they're a tastemaker, but they influence a lot more people than they know, right? It's you. You have a show. You created views. There's people who watch you and get excited about what you do. You're a tastemaker because you're on your passion, right? You're on your journey. And as you're going, you're creating stuff and you're helping shape and create culture. So my thoughts is, if I can get all you cool motherfuckers in one group, one community, and we start cooking with our projects and we share that with you and show that with you, and you get bullish, then we're not going to have a problem taking this dopeness to the next level. Shout out to the communities who've done this a little bit differently. Azuki, BAYC, D-Gods, fucking OK Bears. You know what I'm saying? These are giant communities that have scaled and have people who want to influence culture, media, and DAPS is our turn to do the same.
I am glad to be an early adopter.
And how many cars do you have, V? Do you have the Sapphire one? Like the...
No, it hasn't been revealed yet. But I mean, I was gunning for the Sapphire one, obviously.
Sapphire.
I was like, yeah, but I mean, it sounds like you'll be getting it before me. So.
Why are you saying that? Okay, no, we never know. Probably, but we never know.
Probably.
You might be a guest soon too. Listen,
Right.
As the first lady.
You know, what I will say is this. So like, you know, when we get to, so after we finish the DAPS Collective Mint, and this is something I've been sharing with some people we're negotiating with, that they look at the word roadmap. And I tell people, like, I'm mad bearish if you get stuck on a roadmap. The most successful projects here are not here because of the roadmap. They're here because of founders and teams that know how to pivot and move culture and move within the culture. And once we finish this, then the messaging is going to change. And I'm a storyteller, you know, again, you know, for the people watching this on YouTube, you know, if you search official derivative Ape Club, you can see that short. I wrote that, I directed that. I'm a filmmaker, right? And in order for me to get you into the lore of what we're doing, I need your full attention. And we can't do that at the same time with the car with degens. So you're going to have an experience fucking with DAPS. It's all about culturally relevant moments and experiences. It's kind of like my forte. So once we start going down that road, you be on the lookout for animations and just look out for more things to pull you in so you understand why the lounge exists. Because there's a lounge. If you have access to the DAPS card and you did pre-mint, we have a lounge. Right now, nothing's going on, but you'll understand where the lounge sits in the story of DAPS. So I'm giving you guys pieces little by little, and I'm so bullish on myself, you know, but not in a cocky way, but just I know what I'm doing, and I'm so bullish on my team. You know, shout out to my team. Look, when you have a team of people and you share the vision, and a lot of my team members know the vision more than public people, these are soldiers. These 12 to 15 people have given me their trust and their time, and I value that, and they've believed in me, and they've helped pushed it. So I can't wait until I get my Walt Disney on / Chef Boyardee when we get to that point of the project.
Yeah. So let me just speak on the team, or at least the parts of the team that I know. Cardboard is one of my favorite people out there. Like when I have a question, I usually slip into Cardboard's DMs, or at least in the beginning. Not so much now because I'm all over the place. But you know, like I was intimidated by a lot of people in the space at a certain point and thought a lot of people were much smarter than me, and Cardboard always would just like break it down for me. So I really appreciate Cardboard for that. He's just a great guy. I know Kobayashi from Clubhouse as well, solid. I can't remember who else is on the team, but anybody that I know kind of from the Clubhouse days, solid group of people.
And know that you're like deep into Web3, like you understand that a lot of people are fucking dumb. So it's
I have gotten the gist of that. Yes, not as intimidated by most people.
Yeah, I was like Michelle Obama said that, like someone asked her like, how do you feel like sitting around like smartest people on earth around the table, blah, blah, blah. And she said, like, yeah, one of the first thing that you discover is they're not that smart.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, what I'll say, what I've learned, this is what I've learned being here. One, you know, when I first came, I was super excited when I was introduced to Frank. And what I like what he does is he does a real good, he's a good mix of culture and business, right? For the community. Like he talks the language of the culture of the streets, right? So he throws in the baby references, the for real, fuck around and find out. And then he's able to articulate the Silicon Valley or the Y Combinator business aspect of things. And when I saw that, I was like, yo, I fucking like this space, right? Because he was the only person out here with a flag talking. And I'm bullish on myself as a founder as well. And as more people know about me, and as I continue to increase in scale, you know, I felt like a place like this is the place where I want to be, because one, it's like you have all kinds of things going on, right? First, you have different ages, right? It doesn't matter. You have trading against kids who are like 15 who shouldn't be here, to people like, you know, like my grandfather's age. But one thing I notice is you have to be bullish on yourself, and you have to focus in and like cut all the noise out and push for what you believe in. There's going to be so many people telling you to do this and do that. And at first, I was one of those people because I come from a background of your team makes you better. And there's so many things that I pivoted on because somebody suggested. And then I look back and I was like, You know what? Fuck that shit. I didn't have to do that shit. So at this particular point where we're at in 2023, right? You know, a lot of assumptions have been shattered, right? People used to say, hey, if you have the right VCs behind your project will be successful. Well, there's a lot of VC-backed projects that capitulated. They didn't understand the culture, they didn't understand the streets, and they didn't last. Same thing. Hey, if you have big teams from Harvard and all these MBAs, it'll work. Well, I'm a holder of some projects that had big teams from Harvard, and you know, at the end of the day, it still went to zero. So right now, being that we've been here as long as we've been here, we've never done a raise. I've never, hey people, guess what? I've been here for so long. Help me keep surviving. No. We did that all in-house. You know, we put about 45 bands into the project, and that's not a lot of money, but it allowed us to kind of pay office, you know, some office bills, pay the artists, and do what we needed to do to get to this particular point. And now we're unapologetic. Why? Because we understand this is about those who can see the unseen and bring it to reality. And I can see. So it's my goal to help people see the vision. And sometimes we're going to adjust the messaging so you can understand it better. And sometimes it's the visuals. But I'm bullish on what we're building. And I know what we're doing is going to be here for more than 5 to 10 years.
Let's go. That's what's up, man. And honestly, like, yeah, again, if you build a business in Web3 with like a Web3 layers and a Web3 understanding of Web3 culture, that's where you execute pretty well a business, which is cool, which is what we are looking for here. So yeah, congrats, props to you, props. I don't know if that means something, but whatever.
Yeah, man. Props is my MC name. I got that name because I used to freestyle a lot back in the day. So, you know, back in the hip hop era, they used to have these little circles, right? Like freestyle circles. So you get in the freestyle circle and then you battle somebody. So like I've been on Wake Up Show 3 times. Shout out to Sway from Sway and Tech Wake Up Show. You know, I've been on several different like college radio hip hop shows. So yeah, they were like, yo, props, we're going to name you props because the way you freestyle is dope. So I just kept the name.
Makes sense.
Nice.
It does. It suits you well. So yeah, you get the idea. Fits you. Whatever. It's good. It's a good one.
My grandmother liked it. Shout out to Granny.
Yeah. Yes, V?
No, I was just looking at the chat. Just applied, Gray Elisa. Good luck.
Wish me luck. Yes.
So I wished them luck. Okay. What's next on our list of questions?
We are kind of like already above the hours now. So, bro, we will need an episode 2, man.
Dude, listen, I'm here. I'm committed. I love what you're doing with your brand. Super big fan. I'm not a fan of a lot of people in this space. Like you said, you know, it turned out to be fake. But I like it, man. You got a vibe. You know what I'm saying? You have the Queen Vpiphany here right here. You guys are killing it.
And that's why we're going to be successful.
Knocking out content like a motherfucker. So I'm bullish on you guys. And I really appreciate
4 streams in 24 hours, baby.
Let's go.
That's what he's been doing all day, killing it.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. I did 2 streams in 48 and I want to sleep. So
yeah. But shout out to you, props. Shout out to you, V. Thank you for the stream. That was great. But before that, I've got some closing questions for you, props.
Yes, sir. Shoot.
And also, we should continue this stream on Solana Side Up on Friday.
Okay. It's too early for props. He's not usually up.
True.
He's
hold on. What time? What I will wake up? What time?
7 to 8 Eastern every Monday and Friday.
Vpip, don't you notice when you guys have your show, I'll still be up?
Sometimes, yeah. No, he'll come if it's the end of his night. Yeah, but you know, I never stress that my West Coast friends aren't there.
I will do it for you. If you ever ask Vpip, I will.
Absolutely,
I will do it.
It's your whenever you want.
But bro, you came to a couple of space of Solana Side Up. I saw you in a couple of ones, right?
He's been there. No. He's definitely been there. Yeah. And I mean, I just want to, before you go to your question, I just do want to say, as we brought up Solana Side Up, that, you know, you were saying like, you're doing your thing, you're bullish on yourself. Took me a while to figure out like, you know, to figure out that like not everybody's as smart as I thought they were, or they're a bunch of clowns or whatever. It also took me a while to really find my feet. Like Solana Side Up didn't have a title for like maybe 40 days. It was just like drinking coffee and shit or something, right? And I had thought of Solana Side Up probably about 10 days in, but I thought I don't want to be locked into just Solana. What if, and then finally I was like, it's a great name. I'm committed to Solana. It doesn't mean that I don't do anything else. It doesn't mean that other people aren't welcome, but that's what I want to name my show. So I did that first. And then there was a lot of pressure at the time to like, oh, will you do sponsored spaces? So I talked about it with people, a lot of lowball offers. So that didn't help. But also I just got to a place that even when somebody did offer me kind of what I was looking for, or kind of what I thought I was looking for, I was actually like, I'm not going to do it. If you want me to do a standalone space, that's fine. But I'm actually so bullish on what I'm doing in Solana Side Up and want to keep the integrity of it that it's never going to be a sponsored space. It's always just going to be for the homies. And yeah, people were surprised, but I started announcing it and committing to that because I was just like, I love doing it. I love the vibe that's there already. I don't really want to mess with that.
Yeah, props could pay. Make him pay.
No, it's for the homies.
Well, I want to say what you're saying. I definitely respect that a lot because it keeps the vibe authentic. And what I'll kind of leave it with too, kind of like with DAPS Radio. Like with DAPS Radio, like we've never had anybody come there and shill. The only person that's shilled on there is one person, and that's Scum. And it wasn't a shill. He literally introduced people to his next move that he was making on our show. But like Vpiphany said, we do it for the culture. And at the end of the day, to us, helping share the stories of dope people in the space, we feel like it's dope. And we feel like it also brings value to Web3. So as we continue building what we're doing, we're still going to continue building out this ecosystem and this media empire, because we realize like right now, DAPS Radio is in 15 different countries. Like you can pull up your Apple, Spotify app and it's on your Spotify, it's on Google, it's on Amazon, right? So it's bigger than just Web3. And it's our way of kind of doing our part to kind of share the vision of Web3 the way we can. So I respect what you do, Vpiphany, and the same thing with you, Vinny. I like how you guys are just doing this organically and building with the real builders in the space.
Man, there is no other way to build. Just do a stream and then we distribute it and then people come and then that's what's up. Let's go.
If you build it, they will come.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, now outro questions. Okay, so what's the question that you wish people would ask you but they never do?
People ask, well, I always tell people English is my second language, but they never ask what the first one is. I always tell people, it's like, like a lot of people, it's like, people trip off the fact that I say English is my second language. They're like, you don't have an accent. Like, what do you, like they trip off that. So the conversation is like, yeah, right. But never, what's my first language? My first language is Shona. Mm-hmm. And Shona is a language spoken in Zimbabwe. And so that's a question. And
you answer it perfect.
Hey man, I'm media training over here.
That's
media training
from the streets.
Do you think I have an accent?
Do you have now, bro? You don't have. You sound like you're from Texas, bro. Like you got like a real. Like I thought it was Compton / Texas, maybe New York.
Yeah, the same. I'm coming from the same street as you, bro.
We're the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got a green card. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Okay, I don't have this one, but yeah. I got the cousin passport. Right, V? Like, I don't have an accent.
No. It's
no.
Well, I mean, you have a Canadian accent. It's pretty thick.
What? No. I don't have a Canadian accent. Thank you. Everything but a Canadian one. And the second question, perhaps, is who should be the next guest, and can you make the introduction, please?
It's done. The next guest is going to be Wombat.
True.
Shout
I
out
have it in the
to-
name. Yeah. Okay,
That's
cool.
Shout out to Wombat. I'm a big fan. Wombat was on DAPS Radio. I love that kid, man. Bullish on him.
Yes.
He's an artist in the space. He's already done collabs with people like Scum. He just did one of the biggest drops ever on Solana with Drip House for his Faceless project. And he's also on the road to be one of the top IP eternities ever in the world. And he's the kid. I'm bullish on him. So I'll make the introduction and it'll be dope.
Yes, sir. I'm already in his DM 100%. Yeah, Ryan did the introduction too. So yeah, I have to
let's
continue
push
the
it
conversation.
forward with
Yes.
props.
Yes, and Emmanuel in the chat, Vince got a strong accent. So Emmanuel, if you get banned on the YouTube channel and on Discord, okay.
Reds going up. Rob says you have a main Detroit mix, maybe.
Main Detroit mix, yeah. Is that good? Like,
very specific.
Is Maine a good region? No.
Well, a Michigan accent can be very, very strong and comedic.
Yeah. See, Kingfist, Vince's accent is dope. So Kingfist, you're going to become VIP on the Discord server. Yeah, we love you. That's cool. And if you get some extra views in the airdrop,
you're welcome.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
All
Proms,
right.
do you have anything, any last word? What do you want people to take away from this stream?
Man, so first thing I want to put this in their brain. You're gonna see the homie Vins, but we're gonna do a custom DAPS for you with some sunglasses that are dope. That just goes with your vibe. But black on black. It needs to have a black T-shirt on with some headphones, right? So that's the first thing you're gonna see. You're gonna get one of those. What I want people to focus on is DAPS list. It's closing. I don't know if it's 72 hours. I don't know exactly the time frame.
We got about 3 people in the chat who just applied.
I want to make this really clear. The DAPS, you don't have to fuck with DAPS Collective. Cool, you don't have to. But what's going to happen is you're going to try to mint DAPS, and then you're going to feel some type of way that these other people have DAPS, and you're going to feel some type of way that they get other benefits like IRL benefits. That card doubles as the skeleton key to the whole DAPS ecosystem. So if you're lucky to mint one of those cards, you really don't have to do anything else ever again. We're going to make sure we take care of you and reward you. You know why? Because you are the foundation of what we're building, and it's very important to us to keep this relationship. So DAPS is the alpha. The DAPS card is the alpha. Go to Dapscollective.com. Make sure you're following at DAPS Collective on Twitter. And the only alpha I can tell you is sleep if you want. We'll see you guys whenever you see what we're doing.
Yeah. You heard the man. I didn't sleep till I paid for my DAPS.
Yeah, and one more thing. And tonight, also, I have a show. I have a show with Sir Wayne Newton, who's real big in the art scene here in on Solana. So that's going to be about 2 hours after your show, and I'm bullish on that, man. So pull up on DAPS Collective, see what we do. I've seen you in the audience too, Vin. I saw you pop up one time. Between you and Sherlock, you guys have these polarizing PFPs. Like when they come aboard, it's like Sherlock and Vin, and it's like, oh my God, it's the people with a million D gods are here. Shit. Okay, we got to make sure our swag is right, our Riz is right.
Put some ties on. Let's go.
Let's go. So yeah, so we're gonna dap it up. We're gonna dap it up for the culture. Vins, I appreciate you. This has been a dope opportunity for us, and
thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
so much, man.
It was so great to have you.
I'm juiced right now.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey. Hey.
And yeah, that's it. Cool. VP, if you're closing.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks.
Okay. Fair enough. I will do it then. Yeah, everyone, subscribe to the channel. Please like the video because I think it's good for the algorithm. YouTube, right? So we have to push. So subscribe, claim your views, don't open a fucking customer support on a ticket because it's coming.
Do not tag me. I will not answer.
Yes, we don't like customer support in the server, so that's it. Don't do it. Airdrop is coming. Yes. Airdrop is coming. I will do that after the show. Thank you so much, everyone. Claim your views. And props, thank you so much. You have all of his link in the description. I also send it on the chat. So just scroll up and you will have follow Dapps Collective, props, everyone, follow Vpiph. Thank you so much. Hey. We will see you in the next stream. Bye everyone.
Guys.
Peace.
Peace.